Ask Tom on Home Show.
Vanessa from Glen Allen, Virginia, has this question about some strange sounds.
Yes. And they're coming from the bathroom, but they're not that kind of sound, Tom. They're coming from, she thinks, that fan up there in the attic.
That's a high ceiling for a bathroom. I see it up there. Yes.
Yeah. So Vanessa writes, the rhythmic dripping sound seems to occur randomly and intermittently, I'm not sure what the difference is, through the weeks for the past month or so
true.
when it's not running. It doesn't seem to be correlated with recent use of the fan, shower, etc. What could be the cause, and should she be worried, Tom?
No, you should not be worried. It's not a dripping sound. It is a rhythmical sound when it's happening, but it's intermediate when it does. Intermittent. God, I feel like one of the new millennials today.
The problem is too many syllables, Tom. We really.
I told on that video we did yesterday. That's what I said to somebody. It's 20 syllables. The bottom line is this. Let's get away from the past and go into the future. It is a little door in that ductwork that will open when the fan is on. It stays open because the air is pushing it, and when the fan goes off, it closes. Now, if everything's real still, it's fine. But when you turn your air conditioner or heating system on, you get these pressure differences, and I'll bet you anything that door's just going click, 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 and just bouncing back and forth because of the pressurized house. So I always tell people to add a fresh air return to their home, Charlie. You've heard me say this. And it equalizes the pressure, because if you don't, it's going to find a way to get air in there. And that's a perfect example of where your air conditioning system, when it gets negatively balanced in the home, will start to pull air in. And that's a place that'll pull it in. And that's why that little door is moving, because the pressures are changing. And she says it doesn't happen all the time. I bet you she'll find out after hearing this, or you write her and tell her, that when the system is on, it's happening, and when it's off, it's not. Or vice versa. It could be the other way around with winds blowing on the home. But I have a feeling it's the way I first suggested, but it's not anything to worry about. It's that little door. In fact, we've had complaints from people sometimes who are real sensitive, and we'll say, okay, we'll fix it. And unfortunately, we didn't tell them how. We would just go and pull the door off and throw it away, and then put the fan back together, and everything's fine.
You go with what works. Go with what works.
Yeah, it's not keeping anything out. It's kind of annoying to even be there. Sometimes they stick closed, and it doesn't do any good. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, but to your point, though,
yes,
a fresh air return would solve this problem.
I don't know about this problem, because this is just the way it's so high in the ceiling and the way the duct is. It still might click a little bit, because they're never going to have a perfectly pressurized home from inside to outside. So I don't want them to put it in. Do I think a fresh air return should be put in every home? Yes. So I think it solves a lot bigger problems than that. And that could be a residual. There's a good word I got right. A residual of a decent effect if that happened too. But it's nothing to lose any sleep over. I would just tell you, don't worry about it.
Get rid of the recalcitrance of that.
Oh, no, I'm not going there.
Okay. But where you should go is HomeShowRadio.com and click that blue XCOM button right now. Click one of these, a video or a form, and fill this out and send in your question. And I dare you to use as many big words as you can for Tom. He'd really appreciate it. And of course, we want pictures on there as well, because that helps us answer the questions, and we like to answer them. Tom does this because he loves doing it. That's why he's been doing it for like 30 plus years, and he's happy to help you out too. And we post them every day at HomeShowRadio.com, on the Home Show Radio Facebook page, and on our YouTube channel, the Home Show Radio YouTube channel, where if you subscribe and click the bell, you'll be the first to know every time we sneak another one of them up there.